These two men violated a 6-year-old little girl in a hotel room rented by her mother, exposing her to HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis, and chlamydia. And now one of them has faced the prison justice people love to talk about in my comments. Pictured beside me here, you see Beth Englade, DeMarcus George, and Mario Waters. The crimes we're going to talk about today took place in Pulaski County, Arkansas. So in February of 2018, Beth took her 6-year-old daughter into the Arkansas Children's Hospital in Little Rock. She'd had some symptoms for probably an extended period of time by that point, and that day she was diagnosed with gonorrhea and HIV. And Beth tried to say that those must have come from her babysitter's boyfriend. A few months later, in June of 2018, the little girl was taken back to the Arkansas Children's Hospital, and that day she was diagnosed with syphilis and chlamydia. Now, the police are involved, and they don't think there's any way that all of those could have come from one suspect. And then they find out the little girl can tell them who she got them from and how. So DeMarcus was in a relationship with Beth, and DeMarcus was playing dad to this little girl, and he raped the little girl. Beth rented a hotel room, and DeMarcus invited a man over who was known to the little girl as Uncle Red, aka Mario Waters. That day, Mario paid DeMarcus to allow him to rape the little girl as well. So police get a warrant to test DeMarcus and Mario for STDs and STIs. Mario tested positive for gonorrhea and chlamydia, and DeMarcus tested positive for syphilis and HIV. So now let's talk about their charges. DeMarcus faced charges here in Arkansas, and for those charges he was sentenced to 30 years in the Arkansas Department of Corrections. But all 3 of them faced the same 2 federal charges. You can see those on the screen right there. Now, for DeMarcus and Mario, their cases have already been adjudicated. Beth's is still being drawn out, and it looks like right now she'll be in court toward the later part of 2024. DeMarcus and Mario both pled guilty to the charge you see on the screen there. DeMarcus went first, and he was given a sentence of life in federal prison. And then it was Mario's turn, and Mario tried to say that DeMarcus forced him to rape the little girl by putting a gun to his head. And then Mario was sentenced to life in federal prison as well. But unfortunately, and I only say unfortunately because I think he should have rotted in prison just a little longer, that was cut short on Monday, January 15th, 2024. Guards at the federal prison where Mario was serving his sentence in Terre Haute, Indiana, found him suffering from wounds that they believe came from an altercation with another prisoner. They attempted to perform life-saving measures, but they were unsuccessful and he passed away. Couldn't have happened to a better dude. Well, I guess it could happen to DeMarcus, but... And before I go, I'd like to include that the victim was removed from Beth's custody and adopted by a family that I hope is showing her every bit of love, compassion, and care that she has always deserved.